welcome everybody to Panfish Nation. Was you going to do that?
My name's welcome to Panfish Nation. My name's Mark. I'm the co-host. Lyle Stokes is the host. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got a new night coming up, don't we, Lyle?
We do have, and I'm excited about this. We planned this for a couple of weeks. As soon as we found out what was going on, we just waited to make sure it actually happened. And here we are. We're going on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Great time slot, a place that we've been wanting to be for a while, and we're going to make it happen, Mark. So I'm excited about that, and we got a giveaway we're going to talk about in a little bit. But in the meantime, what do you say we welcome all the people into chat?
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody, you're going to want to sit tight for this giveaway. It's kind of a cool deal. Lyle filled me in, being that I'm in the know. You know, Lyle, I did notice this before the show. We match like a couple of brothers.
We do. Ain't that something?
We're both handsome, too. Look at that.
I know. I got a haircut today, and she trimmed me all up. I feel really good.
Look at you. I gotta get my stuff trimmed up. Anyways, all right, let's welcome everybody. 922 Crappie Barbecue. What's going on, my friend? There's Miss Annette's Catfishing. How you doing, Miss Annette? Brandon Cross. You know, Brandon and Betty are out camping today. They're in Ohio,
yes,
and Ohio,
awesome.
Ohio's having a lot of tornadoes, but fortunately enough, they're way south of them. And if you happen to be in Ohio and you're dealing with those tornadoes over there, be careful. I'm glad to hear they're nowhere near it, though. Channel member Dan Thompson. What's going on, Dan? How you doing? David Smith in the house. There's channel member D. How you doing, dear? Joe Buck 66. I just saw him. He's a channel member too. He must have faded out. There's Lance McCouga. You know, Lance got his first flathead last weekend. I was
congratulations, Lance.
Very, very happy again for that. There's LG Bass. What's going on, Tom? How you doing, my friend? Fishing with Squirrel. What's up, Dawson? Good friend of mine. LG. There's Murillo's Family Fishing. Nina's Kayak Crew. Park Million View Parker Pursuits. Oh my goodness!
Congratulations, Jerry. That's a milestone. You're on your way, buddy. You'll be the million before you know it.
I'm real happy for Jerry. There isn't too many people I know that work as hard and fishes as much as he does successfully. It's good that that video hit for him. Hopefully it'll bring good things. So there's Shirley T. How you doing, dear? There's Josh, the weekend angler. Josh, I want to apologize to Josh. Josh, I really didn't even look at my messages when I left yesterday, so I didn't see that invite to come fish, though. So I apologize, bud.
Josh says another year older. Mark is another year older and another year closer to dressing like Dad. Oh, wait.
You know what? I'm good with it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't care. I really don't. I'm good with it. Tim Molina, what's up, buddy? And there's Matt at Want to Be Outdoors. 2 Stands Fishing popped in here under the radar. Mr. Chucky, how you doing, sir? There's my friend Cotton Picket Fishing, also known as Stephanie. She's a channel supporter. Thank you very much. There's her husband, Richard, from Fishing Freedom. He's also a channel supporter. And let me see, did I miss? I think, there's Pontoon Jody. How you doing, Jody? And Robert Modlin. What's going on, Robert? I think I got everybody.
Now, Robert, there's no giveaway for Dockery. And he's not taking over the show.
An avid fisherman came in. Hold on. What did Robert say?
Giving Dockery away. No, we're not giving Dockery away. We wouldn't even put
Wait. Can we do that?
I don't think so. I don't think Katie will let us. Fishing for Whiskers. Howdy, y'all.
Oh, look at this. Freddie's in the house. Says, hey, the champ is here.
Oh, boy.
It's just round one, Freddie. Don't get too excited.
I got to tell you, Mark, Cindy and I have been on different websites the last couple of days, and Cindy come up with a spot on Stockton Lake for us to fish in the next one. We was going to make a trip over there today and forgot we had to get haircuts and all this stuff, and we'll be going over there pretty quick and checking us out. A guy told us right where to go. He said there's lots of bluegill in there, standing vegetation in the water, and the bluegills are up in that stuff, and we're going to go try it. And if they're there, I meant to take the I have a couple of bottles of Gulp live minnows that I plan to take that a good friend of mine sent me a
Yeah,
while
where'd you
back.
get those? I was going to say, I know where you might have gotten those.
I got ready to go last weekend. I couldn't find them. Well, I put them in a different bag and I found them today.
Well, there
So
you
I
go.
have them sitting right beside my desk for the next trip because I really think, Mark, that those are a really good way to catch fish. I love my jigs and stuff, and I'll be taking them. I'll pick can ties and plastics and all that stuff, or whatever it's going to take to catch fish. I went out yesterday trying to get some bluegill for catfish bait, and I didn't get very many, but I did get some, but not very many. The creeks and stuff that I normally fish are really, really low on water, so her vision is blurry.
I
I
had a
have a
highlight
comment for that, but I'm going to pass. I'm going to let her slide. But yeah, the water at the creeks is really low around here, and we need rain that bad. Um, I get a couple of bites, catch a few fish, but I don't have enough to be comfortable in case I can't get on the shad. So I'm hoping that we can go over there, not this weekend, but next weekend in Chad's tournament, get on the bluegill, catch a bunch of them, and then we'll be headed to the lake after some
E-
eating sized blue cats.
Yeah, I'm in on the 24th on Chad's channel too.
Woohoo!
Pro-
We're gonna have a great time.
We're gonna have fun. Problem is, if I fished one of these ponds, I wanted to tell Jerry, no, Jerry, with all that million hits, you can buy 2 of them boats. Don't even start. I needed to get that off my chest there before I let that one go away.
I got you, man.
Um, I could probably be pretty competitive off the bank, but bank fishing for 4 hours is not something that I can do with my messed up knees and stuff. So I we'll see what happens if I take the boat out and how we do there. I don't even know where to begin. All my bait fishing and bluegill fishing happens off the bank. Like I went on, what was it, Monday morning? I think I got almost 2 dozen, just shy of 2 dozen of those big old bluegills. So that was fun, and I
That's
did
all.
that in like an hour.
Yeah. The problem I'm having, Mark, is standing on the concrete bridge that I have to fish off of to fish this spot that is usually really productive. My hips and back just get the throbbing, and I short times for me. That's why fishing out of the boat works so well. JNS Outdoors. Thank you for your comment. And bluegills are a great kind of bait this year. If you guys haven't seen JS Outdoors videos, you need to please go watch them. Give him a like and a sub because he puts out awesome content. He does catfish and crappie and bluegill fishing, and they are really high quality. A lot of times he takes his little girl with him and has a blast. Sometimes he takes his wife and his son with him also, but a lot of times it's just him and his little girl, and they make some wonderful content. And if you get a chance, you will enjoy his stuff. I promise.
Check him out. If one of the mods could post a link over to his channel, that would be cool. Let's say hello to
Hey,
Fishing
Jeff.
with Jeff. How you doing, Jeff Beal? And I saw, who else did I see come in here? Have to forgive me.
Steve Mosley and Matt from Wannabe Outdoors is here.
Steve Mosley is who I think I missed. I think there might be one more
Shirley.
in here, but David Smith. How you doing, David? I think I got him. Well, if we see him,
David Smith is a very good channel supporter to a lot of our videos and live shows that are out there. He lives in Arkansas. He's a great guy to talk to. I visited with him several times on and offline, and appreciate the fact that he comes in and watches our shows all the time. It's really awesome. And there's Creole Catfishing. Bless his heart.
I got a notification that Creel just released a video with Monster Flathead. I'll have to check that out when we're
Yeah,
done.
I need to see that myself. I haven't seen it yet. I don't understand why they can't get this stuff straightened out on YouTube, Mark, where you get notifications when you're supposed to get them.
They're too busy drinking Bud Light or something. I don't know. You figure they get it out. I'm gonna do a doctory rant here. I'm starting to think that YouTube hates fishing. Okay, rant over.
You're very welcome, JNS Outdoors. We really appreciate your content. It's awesome, and if you ever get it figured out, we can get you on a show. You just let me know. We'll make it happen, buddy. David is a great guy. He is a great guy. You're correct.
Thank you for sharing that link, Tim. We appreciate you, bud.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Means the world to us. And when people share our stuff out, it means that they really do like our content. They're not just saying it to blow us off. When you share it out, it means something to Mark and I, and we appreciate it every time. And, if you guys haven't given us a thumbs up and you think we're doing good, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, we'd appreciate your subscription. And if you care to join the group, we'd love to have you.
There's somebody I can see eye to eye with, Robert Maudlin, right there.
Yep.
Okay, that's as far as we'll go. There's Danny Stone.
Fishing and guns.
Danny Stone, what's going on? How you doing, Paul?
Oh, my buddy Danny. Mark, to celebrate our Wednesday night shows, I announced.
You're giving me a paycheck.
No.
Okay.
I'd love to.
I'm teasing. Dude, I'd pay you to be on here, to be honest with you. I'll pay you in Berkeley Gulp minnows to be on here.
You know what? I think I got some of that.
There you go.
In fact, I know I wanted to do an announcement about our giveaway. Is it too early?
I don't know. Let's see, what time is it? It's a little early. Maybe we make them wait a little longer.
Okay. All right.
Hey, there's my buddy James Stanley. He's going to be fishing with me soon. Back to last Monday when all right, here's my panfish experience over the weekend. I went. Wow.
Dockery and I see eye to eye sometimes if I'm sitting down. Welcome, D.
I don't know what D's talking about.
I don't know.
Anyways, back to my panfish extravaganza this week. We had severe temperature drops. I know in my stream and a couple of conversations I've talked about them a lot. But water temps, at least on the river, dropped like 18 degrees overnight. It's crazy. That skinny water that I fish, it's really susceptible to weather. I don't know I haven't figured out whether barometric pressure has something to do with it, but I sure do know that temperature definitely has something to do with it. And it shut like everything down, even in the shallow ponds over here. So I went 2 days with one bluegill bite, and then Monday we got a little bit of sun, like 5 to 6 degree water temperature rise, and boom, I was on there. So be patient in the same spots too. But you were saying that you were seeing that the bluegills were in the weeds and stuff. That's exactly where I found them. 100%.
Yeah, and rocks. I think they'll be in rocks too. Now, Tim Molina's made a statement here. I ran a box of shells through my new pistol grip 12 gauge, and my hand is swollen. It's funny you mentioned that, Tim. I had an old single shot. I believe it's an H&R, but I'm not sure. 12 gauge shotgun that I used to use for training dogs. I had a stand made that we would set this gun in, and I'd had a string that I would pull the trigger with, and I'd loaded shells with sand and rock salt and anything that would put in there. We took the recoil pad off of it. It was just a wood to shoulder type deal, and I run it in this thing to train dogs with, and I would stand back and we'd start calling ducks. Of course, there wasn't no ducks, and then we had a thrower that would throw pigeons out, and then pigeons would take off, and we'd shoot that gun and then kill the pigeon, and the dogs run out, get them, and bring them back to us. And that's how we worked training dogs. Well, this old gun had sat here. My son had it for a long time, and I didn't know where it was at. And I asked him one day if he had it. He said, yeah. I said, well, I want it, because my brother-in-law actually wanted it, and then he bought something else for his wife. And it sat here and sat here and sat here. And I told Tom, he was over the other day, I said, I want to cut this off to where it's just a pistol grip and cut the barrel off where it's just a half inch longer than what the legal limit is.
Thank you. I was going to stop you, but you
did
good.
Oh, yeah. So he takes it home, and his dad was kind of a gunsmith, and Tom picked up on a lot of that stuff. And he called me the other day. He said that stock was broke in 2 or 3 places. He said, but I pinned it, put it back together, cut your barrel off to where it's half inch over the legal limit, which I believe is 18 inches. And he said, what are you going to do with this? I said, I'm just going to keep it in the truck. And anybody that pisses me off gets a load. And he thought that was funny, but he's got it all ready for me. Next time I see him, I'm going to pick it up. And he pinned that stock where it was broke, and now it's a pistol grip. and a short barrel, and it shoots 12 gauge. And I can't wait to try it out. The older I get, the more comfortable I am with that.
Dee's got a comment here. She says the weather must have been a mess everywhere because the bait shop guys won not my tournament. That's the Panfish Nation tournament.
D. Freddie and Chad got lucky.
He didn't even get that lucky. I caught that many fish in 40 minutes for Jiminy Christmas.
That was a tough day. That was a front had moved through here, and it moved on east, so it got everybody pretty much that was involved in that tournament. We was still in the remnants of that and threatening storms all day long. Where it was supposed to rain all day, but it didn't. And Freddie did get a bunch of rain. He got a monsoon, and I think Chad got wet. Poor Chad. Josh, I'm not sure if he did or not, but I know he was fishing under a bridge, so he must have had some rain too. So it was kind of a bad day for everybody. But I got to say, congratulations, Freddie, and congratulations, Chad. You guys are in the finals. And I talked to James about this because we kind of let James run with this deal. And he's talking either October or November for the year-end deal for the Panfish Nation Championship. I'm thinking October, but we'll see what we come up with. But I'm kind of wanting October. James said something about November. We'll see how it works out. But if you're not entered and you still want in, you can call Chad Fields, message him. If I don't know how he's doing on standings. I know that he's got enough now, but maybe he'll put the green wheel in effect. I know Josh is the second week of July.
July, correct.
Yeah, you can get in his event also. If Chad doesn't have an opening or if he's not going to go to the green wheel, you can still enter in Josh's. And James Dockery's tournament is coming up after that. So you got 3 more chances to enter because the top 2 in each event advances to the championship. So when it's all said and done, Mark, there'll be 8 or 10 entries in the championship?
There'll be 8 entries. It's 4 events. 2 winners of each event go on to the finale.
So
Josh, yours is on July 8th.
July out. So you got the 24th, and then basically it's 2 weeks to Josh's, and then whenever Dockery's, and who knows? Dockery may change his mind 4 or 5 times. You just don't know about James. What's Keith Reed?
Parker Pursuit says cast nets allowed in Chad's Panfish tournament. No. Hey, Crappie Day Fish On, welcome, buddy. Fishing with Squirrel, P&B. Hi, Paul. James Stanley, dog, will you quit? Damn. That's why I lock mine upstairs with the wife.
Yeah, this one comes in, I don't know. I get them places on my legs from being diabetic, and she just licks them, and it just drives me insane. I miss the days. I adore these new dogs, but I miss the days when Coco would just come in here and lay down and behave herself. That's and Gidget went off on a hiatus, and I don't have her around right at the moment. And she's come in here and she'd lay down on her bed and never bothered me. Once in a while she'd come up and want a head rub, but other than that she'd just go back over and lay down. And this little turd, she wants attention. She's an attention whore. I don't care what anybody says.
What's going on, Mr. Burnett? How you doing, Kim?
Kim Burnett. We got to get Kim back on here one day. No, she's not, Robert. It's a her. Oh my! No, I got some sores on my leg, and she just licks them, and I think she thinks she's helping me out, but it just drives me crazy. Can't handle it. Hey, Shirley, how you doing?
Lucas 922 Crappie Barbecue says I'm guessing he's saying I will be testing a new booster this weekend. If I can keep signal, I would love to get in the tournament. We'd love to have you, man.
Absolutely. It won't be this weekend, but the following weekend, and you can message Chad and see what he's going to do to going forward to get in there. But it's fun. I'm surprised that Kim Burnett hasn't got in some of them the way he lays out them bluegills, man. He would almost be a shoe-in. I'd probably bet on him. I'm a betting kind of guy,
No.
I don't even care what the odds are, really.
All right, I gotta say something here. I ain't met a tournament fisherman who wasn't a betting kind of person. That's
If
pretty
you're
much
in a tournament, you're better.
you're pretty much in the you're in that genre of wanting to win. So
That's exactly right. Parker says, daughter has a new puppy. My toes look like a pin cushion. Their teeth are sharp. They are. You know, and Cindy's little dog is right around 6 months old now. And they haven't dulled them teeth none. They're really sharp. They really are.
it's funny you mentioned that. I don't even remember finding any loose teeth anywhere. From our, you know how sometimes you'll find them laying around the house when they lose their puppy teeth. I don't know where they went.
I've seen that happen a number of times. My son has had them dumped out right on in his lap when he's holding dogs. You know, they get loose, they fall out, and that's part of it. Chad said he is technically full now, but contact him anyway. I think that's a great idea.
He must have some Reese's peanut butter cups to be full with. Oh, she's talking about the tournament.
You never know. You never know. But if you can't get a hold of Chad, just contact Dee. She's the one that runs that show anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do, Kim. Oh, man, we got to get Kim back on here one of these days and talk about fly tying again, jig tying.
And when we go back to our winter mode and we start tying flies during the weekends and stuff, we'll definitely have to have him on there.
I got to tell you, I've been tying a few here recently again. And I have a jug full of them sitting right here. We're going to talk about here in just a little bit.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So the tournament was a lot of fun on Sunday. We had a good time. I think everybody who was in it had a good time. They braved the weather. I know Chad had some problems getting his boat started at the beginning. He got that sorted out. Also, Freddie, he got drenched for the most part. Josh was smart. He was fishing under a bridge. So good on him. So everybody was having fun. I had a good time hosting it too. I can't complain one bit whatsoever. So it was.
I got to ask though, when Chad's boat wouldn't start, that's kind of operator error, wasn't
it? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I could not help myself.
I didn't know what to say except, yeah.
I not wanted to get on Chad. A lot of people do. I think Chad's a good guy. But sometimes you can't give me an open book and expect me not to.
You can't go for it. You can't ring the doorbell and not expect me to answer is what I tell a lot of people.
That's exactly right. James, you don't get on to work. Thank you so much for jumping in here for a little bit with us. We appreciate it very much. What is Parker saying?
Parker says supplied Mark with enough lead to stock brass over the hand ties. No, I haven't even started pouring them yet, Jerry. You'll get some. Don't worry about it.
If you're going to give away lead, I have an open book. It's not that I don't have some.
Hush, Lyle. That's my supplier. You leave my lead dealer alone. Go near him.
T says, I just kept waiting for Josh to hit the bridge like it was a dock move.
He actually did one in Dockery's honor. I asked him to do it, and he did do it towards the beginning of it. So.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. That is way too funny. Thank you.
Remind everybody, give a thumbs up, definitely, before you guys.
We appreciate that very much, my friend.
And you know what? If you guys could hit those little hearts over there at the bottom of your screen or on your phone, that would be fantastic. I believe that does tell YouTube to recommend your video to a bunch of other people out there. Hopefully we can get some fresh blood in here, grow the channel, grow the community. You know that the Panfish Nation intersects with all the catfishing channels and a lot of the crappie channels and stuff. So it would be a big help. So start smashing those hearts for us, guys. We'd really appreciate it.
I'm working with a couple of people right now in the walleye world to come on for a guest show. We'll see if they do. For some reason, we can get crappie guys and we can get panfish or, bluegill fishermen and stuff like that on our show. But for some reason, the walleye people have kind of eluded us, and I'm not sure why. But they catch a lot of fish. They're great eating fish. They're great fighting fish to catch. And we're looking into expanding into that. If you catch a lot of white bass or yellow perch or anything like that, we're interested in visiting with you on Panfish Nation. So keep us. Hello, Betty Jean. How are you?
How you doing, Betty? What's going on, Jay's Catfishing? How you doing, bud? Good to see you again.
We're looking for content. We're looking for people to interview that will give us fun times. We're liable to tease somebody. We're liable to talk serious about catching fish because, let's face it, that's what we like to do. But we just need a few leads. If anybody's got some, please message me and let me know, and we'll make it happen because walleye world is part of the panfish community because you don't always catch an 8 or 9 pound walleye. A lot of them are pound and a quarter, something like that.
A lot of them like keeper size 15 inches, and they're not real big, but they're perfect for eating. I want to say thank you to Dee for supporting the channel. She says, I love Panfish Nation. She's been a Panfish Nation channel member for 5 months now. Thank you. Thank you, Dee, on behalf of me and Lyle.
Mark, she's my favorite Fields.
Yeah, well, her and Alyssa is pretty close for a time.
Well, yeah, Alyssa, she's special, but
I won't pick between them two.
No, I won't, but they're great people. So, but it's great to have Betty in here, and I hope her and Brandon are having a great vacation or a great time out in their camper. That's why you get them, is to enjoy them, and it looks like they are having good. Man, they're doing a lot of hiking and stuff. That's healthy. It's good for both of them. I know that Brandon has to do it because of his heart condition, but Betty, she's right there with him, exercising, getting out and breathing that good fresh air and seeing things that the only way you can see is by foot.
She's been posting a lot of cool pictures on Facebook and stuff.
She does, and I enjoy those because they're most of the time the pictures Betty and Brandon are posting are places that, with the condition of my legs and hips and back, I'll never be able to see except through them. So that's very cool, in my opinion. Very cool. So,
it's kind of cool that you brought that up because I know a couple of members for my channel over at Catfish and Crappie, and some viewers and stuff, and viewers or supporters, whatever they want to call, that I've talked with offline, and they're in that position where they depend on us to take them live fishing or show them videos or have these shows and stuff. And just keep that in mind if you're a content creator. You definitely want to be proud of yourself that you're providing a place for people to actually have some experiences outside of what they're stuck with every day. So,
Mark, Big Jean and Dee and Katie Dockery are the original adopted daughters, and probably always will be.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that you can get into that position is through them.
We're not going to get into that. I thought that they closed all applicants anyways.
I don't know if they did or not. I leave that up to them. Who wants to cross them three? I do not. James Allball, welcome, my friend.
What's going on, James? How you doing?
Danny says, I say hiking is good for you, but last time I ran across the yard, I almost had a heart attack. Don't run. It's a slow walk, dude.
My idea of hiking is pushing a lawnmower every week or two.
My lawnmower has a seat on it, so I don't even have to do that. Matt says he would love to see a few walleye people on here. Me too, buddy. I'm trying. I really am. I've been working hard. There's Guerrero Bike Rig. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad.
Guerrero Bagre, I like saying that name. He did win on Sunday's event, so I know he contacted you, if I'm not mistaken, Lyle, correct?
He has some jigs on the way. So that's awesome.
I'm sure he'll be able to put them to use in that great state of Wisconsin. Man, I love it up there. You know, I talked to a mutual friend of ours today. Guess who might be going up there in the fall to go walleye fishing with somebody from the Mendota gang?
Don't. Really?
This
and
guy.
Who might that be?
It might be the host of the event every year.
Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Jerry fishes for everything.
We got room for you in that boat now, Lyle, that I got a real boat.
I understand. We'll see how that works out. I've got a bunch of stuff planned for this summer and this fall. We'll see how that works out. But Jerry's a great guy.
And while you're up there, we can do some sturgeon fishing too, because I know how much you love sturgeon.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
When they're 70 inches long, you might be.
That will change my attitude about them a little bit. Yeah, it will. It's not that I don't like catching them. It's not that I don't like smoked sturgeon. Is a great delicacy to eat. They're very hard to clean. The problem is I hate seeing MDC or any other organizations waste the money on sturgeon that they do. They'll survive regardless, just like catfish will. If they want to spend money on things, let's spend money on things that's important, like putting restrictions on commercial guys where they can't catch any more and sell any more than what we are doing, and not putting them in pay lakes. Let's spend our money wisely instead of doing it like we're doing. Okay, I'm done with that.
You know, well, hold on a second. I'm not done.
Okay.
You know where you would fit in, Lyle? Over here on the big lake, on Lake Michigan and Erie and all of them. You got all the salmon guys and lake trout guys, right? You would fit right in because they get into fist fights at those meetings they have about the stocking quantities and what they're going to stock and what the biologists are saying. You would fit right in, bud. I'm telling you.
I will tell you that today, Cindy and I had a little run in, and I said, I think I will run for some kind of public office. She said, there won't nobody vote for you. I said, I'll bet you that there's more people think like I do than you realize, because I am not a Democrat, and I am not a liberal, and I have strong feelings the other way, and I think there's a lot more people that do than people realize. And I said, I bet I could beat a damn Democrat. And she never said any more. But I don't want them to. People would hate me, man. They would hate me. I'd be brutally honest, and most of them can't take it.
Look at this. James is trying to move in on your seat in the boat already.
I don't blame him.
And Uncle Jeep is trolling us. He says, I hear monster sturgeon bite on chicken.
I think sturgeon are smarter than that.
Said, don't say sturgeon 3 times. 2 stands will appear. 2 stands is in here watching, I believe.
Is he? Good to see you.
Yeah, I said hello to him earlier, so he might have it running in the background.
That's cool. There's Dan Thompson has joined us. Thank you, Josh, for your support. I appreciate it.
Josh is going to turn from the weekend angler to the weekend rigger.
Parker, I think I'll start a little lower than governor.
Richard says, I'd vote for you. Stokes 2024.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think that people, if you're honest and you tell them how you feel, if the TV stations and stuff would give you equal time they do to the liberals, I think that the vote count would be astronomical in that favor.
There's your campaign slogan right there, Lyle. Why don't you read that in a radio voice, or do you want me to read it for you?
Go ahead.
Vote for Lyle. A catfish in every net and a foot in every. I think that's a peach, right?
You can call it what you want.
He's going to move there and vote for you.
Bless her heart. That's why she's my favorite Fields. Danny. Hell yeah, I got a list of favors. Well, the favoritism and the pork that they put on bills, that would all be gone. There'd be no more of it.
You think, Danny, you need to move to Illinois if you want it to work that way.
That's right.
Robert Marlin says, you notice when you get old, you don't take crap and speak your mind. Yeah, we might know a little about
kind of been like that all along. Thank you, Chrissy. Josh will be Lyle's personal Joey. I think I would have to hire Josh just to hang out with me because him and I think alike so much. And he's younger and big. He could be my protection guy.
We're so happy about being on a new night at a new time next Wednesday, right, Lyle?
That's right. It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Make sure you guys correct your clocks or set your schedules to come in here and check us out Wednesdays at 7 p.m. I'm looking forward to that change, getting in that prime time spot. I've been on the 8 o'clock Central Time zone for anything for a long time, so it'll take some adjusting for me. I'm going to have to set my alarm clock an hour early just to get up.
We talked about a giveaway. Is it time yet?
I guess we can talk about it. We're at 36 minutes past the hour or past the start, so
I'm showing 8:44. You're
right.
I can't wait any longer.
All right, Lyle's excited. He's happy.
I just mentioned a progressive giveaway. I don't think anybody but you and
progressive, like as in gambling, not Democrat.
Exactly.
Okay.
A progressive. This right here is a 3600 series box. This box is not completely full, but it's got over 100 jigs in it. This is my personal box, and we're not going to give it away. But what we are going to give away is a box just like this. And the number of jigs that are in this box will be determined by the number of viewers we have on our first Wednesday night. So if we have 50 people watching the show, which I would think would be a very low number on a 7 o'clock Wednesday night, then it'll be 50 jigs plus 10 in the box shipped to whoever wins. Now, if we have 100 people watching the show, it'll be 100 plus 10, which would be 110 jigs in the box shipped to them. If it'd be 200, it would be 200 jigs plus 10 in the box shipped to them. It will hold that many. So the progressive is how many ever people we got. I'm going to give 10 extra over whatever number it is, all custom hand ties in a 3600 series box shipped to your door if you are the winner. And the winner will be drawn the next week, but you have to be in the first week's show so we know what the number is. And then on the second week's show, we're going to give that box away. Does that sound good, Mark?
It does, absolutely does. And it's also going to, if you guys want a chance to win even more jigs than you think, just make sure you share it out and let everybody know to come here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll add to it. Let's see if we can run Lyle out of jigs. That's what I'm hoping for.
I got plenty.
Don't tell them that. We want them to think that they got a chance.
Hey, if I don't have enough jigs, I'll tie up some more. It ain't like I tie them up nearly every night. Not every night, but nearly every night. But whatever the number of people that watches our first show on Wednesday night, whatever that number is, YouTube in our analytics, after the show's over, it posts how many people was in the show at the maximum number. And whatever that number is, I'm going to add 10 to it, and I'm going to ship them to your door in a 3600 series box. It costs you nothing. That's a pretty good deal. All you got to do is watch Panfish Nation.
No, we need a thumbs up. It's going to cost them a thumbs up.
Yeah, you have to be a member too.
Well, yeah, we'll turn on members only chat. You got to be subscribed, not a member, but a subscriber, so they won't be able to get in. And we'll do we will do the giveaway tool in order to make it fair the week after. Well, wait a minute. How are you going to do that? We'll have to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But that's what it's going to be, and they will be jigs that I use all the time. I was out yesterday to use some of them. Hi, Mike Sampson. Good to see you, buddy. Travis Young. Glad to see you too, sir. And I'll give you a sample. Here's one.
I called him before the show and said, "What color shirt are you wearing, Lyle?"
Yeah. Some of these are 1/64th. Some of them are 1/32nd. Some of them are 1/8th. They're just ones that I particularly use a lot. Here's a new one I tied the other night. It's got a blue head, a black body, a black tail. I don't know how you can see that, Mark. I put my hand up there.
I can see it. Why don't I give you a solo layout while you're doing that? There you go.
I got some of these, and I really like these. They have a lot of action on them in the water. They're red and black tails with black body and an orange head. They work really well for panfish.
Matt wants to know, does it come with a fly rod or jig pole?
It does not. But you know what? I'm not 100% sure. We can't do a jig pole in the future.
Ooh.
So
James Docker says, I'm going to win it. Is he allowed to enter?
Dockery. Yes, he is.
Of course he is.
We'll get him on as a guest here shortly, too. Danny Stone says, I have some jigs. Trust me, they will catch fish. Danny, him and Chrissy Brown won some jigs on, wasn't it jigs on Dee's ladies show here a couple weeks ago? I know they've been shipped off. They should be getting them. And then I give away a box that's out on their way to Guerrero. So there's some more people that's got them. But I have a hard time using plastics because my success has always been on hand ties. But I've got some plastics that I'm going to try the next tournament just simply because they're itty bitty. And I think that they'll work really well on the bluegill, and we'll see, because that's what I like to catch.
Well, obviously you got some of those gulp minnows that you keep talking about. I know you got some. You got some of those Crappie Man plastics, right?
I do.
I know you got some of those Little Miss Bacon plastics.
I do.
There you go.
Them are Gulp Alive 1-inch minnows, emerald shiners. I'm excited to try these. I wanted them the other day, and I couldn't remember where I put them.
So I know you got plenty of plastics.
I do. And I probably got 10,000 jigs tied up.
Then you don't need all those plastics. You can send them to me.
I could, but I probably won't.
I know you got some from our buddy Jason over at Crappie Zilla. I think it's called.
I do. And man, they're all now, right? I have some more. What is that gentleman's name? Hang on a second. I got some little ones that look like little crawfish that I got from Creek Life Lure Company. They are amazing. And they're 1-inch, and they look like crawdads. And I'm excited about those. I think that they need to be run on a 1/64th or a 1/32nd jig head. So I put a bunch of them in the box. I should have them. Sorry, Dockery. In the words of Awesome Michelle, it's all mine. That's awesome, D.
It's Little Miss Bacon on Facebook. She makes some cool jigs. We had her as a guest on one of our shows.
She's an awesome lady. Does some wonderful plastic stuff, and we should get her back on here. Gulp maggots and leeches work good.
Yep, I use those quite a bit. I got at least one of every one of the ones they make, Lyle, except for like all the colors of it. But I got some of the maggots. I got some of the worms.
You ordered all that stuff and didn't have James and I help you?
Over time, I've had them forever.
Okay.
Don't get carried away. Don't get heartbroken.
Michael Brill says, I have used the blue ones and they are fire. Very nice. I'm glad to hear that because this next tournament, I plan on putting the beat down on somebody.
Truly, I absolutely can see those when I'm looking at YouTube. I see the hearts floating through the chat window, which is pretty cool. You got to look at an actual YouTube window to see them. But yeah,
I'm on there now.
I definitely think
you see them hearts.
You got to have a window open. Look.
Oh, there they are. I see one there.
There we go.
There we go. That's
awesome. Faces, celebration.
Glad to have. We got 48 thumbs up, Mark. That's not too bad for us. We'd take a few more if you guys wouldn't mind, but yeah, the hundreds and the hearts are flying through there right now. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Look, there's LG Bass laughing at D's comment.
Yeah.
And Want to Be Outdoors says, D is confused. It's all mine, he says.
Oh, man. Here we go. I think it'll be a fun show next week. I think the week after will be even more fun. And, I have them James Dockery blanks, the two-piece rod that I built for James, because James Dockery fishes out of Katie's SUV all the time. Mm-hmm. Very seldom do they take his truck. They take that way she don't have to get down there on them cold or hot days while he's fishing. She can sit in there with the air conditioner or the heater on, read her book, and not pay any attention to his double dumb butt.
Or she can make a quick getaway on those days that he tests.
Off go shopping. but the point is, a two-piece rod James can take apart and put in her SUV. Now, I have a few of them blanks. I could put one of them together and we do a giveaway on a James Dockery special.
Or, you know what? I know James has got one and he approves, but I think I need to give it my approval too. You might need to make me one before you do the giveaway, and I'll test that as well.
Yeah, I have a few of those. When I ordered them last time, I ordered a bunch. Excuse me, children. It's all whose? Get him, Michelle.
James says, I'm winning it too.
No. If it has your name on it, you can't enter, you double dumb. Michelle, that might be in the comment of the year so far. There should be an award for that. That was so funny. I love it. I love it. Highest bidder auction style. I don't know about that. We just want to give it to somebody that'll enjoy it, don't we, Mark?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. We have really, really awesome people that watch our show. We do need to get more people to watch it. That's one reason we wanted this time slot so bad. And like I say, we knew it for a couple of weeks ahead of time, had everything built up. All we was doing was waiting for the word that the guy that was on Wednesday nights wasn't going to be on Wednesday nights. And as soon as he made that announcement, we made the post. And that's the way it works. I know there's probably some people that are upset about that. I'm sorry about that, but this is the move we needed to make, and we was waiting to do it. And now it's a done deal. So we're going to have a great time.
100%.
And we're going to give away some stuff, and we're going to promote Panfish Nation, and we're going to get more great guests on, Mark, like we've had in the past. Kawa was one of the greatest guests that we've had. He talked about conservation. He talked about how to catch more fish, selective harvest, different things. He is a marine biologist. He's the kind of people that we need to tell different folks how to do things. So more people like that is what we're looking for. We might get him back on here. He's a great guest. And what was the gentleman's name that does all the pond stuff?
Bob Lusk.
Bob Lusk was a great guest, and he is a wealth of information. Another guy that we might get back on here, and we'll see how it works out. But we're gonna continue with good content, and we're gonna try to keep you guys entertained the best we can with quality information. You never know. My boat's doing really good. If I get this trolling motor fixed, which I am going to get fixed.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you mean if? You're going to get it fixed.
Yeah, I'm going to get it fixed. And that or I'm going to buy a new one. It's just the way it is. But we're going to be doing some fishing at 7 o'clock slot. We could go live fishing. Where at the 8 o'clock slot, we're up to the time where it's dark and you got to have lights and do all that stuff. Really don't want to do that. But we may be doing some live fishing and stuff while we do the show. We'll see how that works out. But, I could do one of them with Dockery. Oh.
Bugman says the battery guy the other night was very good and helpful.
Oh, Josh done a really good show.
Yeah, he's talking about the Weekend Angler.
Josh done one of the best shows that we've had. He's so knowledgeable about stuff like that. And I understand all that because I was in the automotive business for years and years. But a lot of people don't understand how electricity works. And Josh can explain it as well as anybody I ever seen. So he done a bang-up job for us the other night. We could do something like that on Panfish Nation. We could get Josh to come in here and help us do something like that because he can explain it. It makes it work out really well for us.
Danny Stone Outdoors says, I was in the Army. I've never figured out why the Marines needed a biologist.
You ever notice that one branch of the military rags on the other branch all the time? But when the chips are down, you don't mess with one. If you don't, you got to mess with all of them.
Yeah.
So.
Uncle Chief, I'm here, bud. I'm here, man. He's asking, where's the bacon guy coming on?
Love bacon. Love bacon. Where are we at here? As the new HR for Panfish Nation, send me your complaints. My man James coming through like a champ.
He'll answer your complaints and emojis.
He will take care of that. D says, last year, if not sooner, Tom, I still have 12 days of vacation to take. 12 days of vacation? There's a lot of people don't get 12 days of vacation. Her and Chad have really been putting their time in this year on catching fish. They've been all over the place. They're not done. They're doing some traveling. They're coming to Missouri at the end of next month. Excited about that. We're going to put them on some fish when they get here. All the fish should be off of nests by then. All the catfish should be. And I'm going to take him to Pomme de Terre and put him on some crappie and bluegill if we have enough water to justify it. That's about the time of the year when the lakes around here start dropping before winter, but we should be good enough to go, and we're definitely going to get on some catfish. So we're going to have a great time when they get here. I am excited about that. If the Army will take a stone, all bets are off, Danny. Oh, that is a statement right there. Oh, man. 205 Wild Action, welcome. Fields Water says, you put my butt on the water in a boat, and that water is going to rise. I don't care if it does. Don't care if it does. We'll be good. We're going to have a great time. I'm excited about that and a lot of other things for this year. Dee says she can't wait. Bring your fly rod, Dee. We are just...
Show you how to get it. Never mind.
We're just a little ways. We're probably 30 minutes from Bennett Springs, which is the largest trout hatchery in the state of Missouri. And we'll go over there and catch some trout. You'll have a blast. They're not very good to eat, but they're fun to catch.
Some people really like trout. I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a fan either. And you can really... I've done everything in the world trying to make them taste good. Just can't make it.
Well, again, I've had it smoked. It isn't too bad. It's, I marinate it in a Well, I brine it in teriyaki, like a homemade teriyaki type
That'd
marinade,
be good. Yeah.
and it works pretty good. And then I make a dip with a
I
couple.
have a smoker. You know, you and I have talked about doing a cooking show.
I got 3 smokers.
I have an emoji for you. I have, I have 2. I
Hey,
mean, I'm
I offered to help you buy that chud box, buddy.
no. I think that you and I need to get together on a weekend and we'll do a cook.
I'd love to do that. We can do it like all 7 hours. Open up some cores.
Yeah.
That'll be have a bunch of people come in and chat with us. We'll be hanging around. Take turns taking naps on stream like Jody does.
If I'm sitting out there for 7 or 8 hours, I'm going to fall asleep. I can't help myself.
I usually time my smokes pretty good. I'll put like pitmaster snacks on the grill and have it so every couple of hours I got a snack going. So that usually works out pretty good. But by the time dinner's ready, I'm usually pretty full.
Dee says, Lyle, can you teach me how to use it? I absolutely can. Not a problem. Yes, Matt, they are on the way, so we're good there. What we got here, I jumped in Mike Greenwell's live today and caught a limit of green sunfish and jumped out. Lyle Stokes jigs for the win, baby. Oh, bright, Danny.
You have limits? You have limits on green sunfish, Danny?
I didn't know. Yeah, there is a number. I don't remember what it is, but Mark almost said Bud Light, says Josh, the weekend angler.
I didn't say Bud Light. I said I was gonna say we won't drink Bud Light, we'll drink Coors, but I figured one Bud Light reference a stream is enough. You must know.
James Dockery says, can we drink on that stream? You
absolutely can.
You ask Katie. If it's Katie approved, we're good with it.
You just broke his heart.
I don't know. I messaged Katie the other night to ask her if it was all right if he'd done that again. She said, sigh, I guess.
Robert Muffin says,
if you're going to give instructions to her?
If you have a cooking show, invite Jody on there.
At his conservation lake, there's a limit of 20 panfish, says Danny.
Buck Williams says you can make a good smoker out of an old file cabinet. Yeah, I saw Catfish and Carp do that in one of his videos, and I've seen a bunch of people do that. That's a pretty cool trick. All you need is pretty much a box to hold smoke because smoke doesn't get that hot. So
that's it.
I've seen people use cardboard boxes. How good that works, I don't know.
I don't know, but I like my Oklahoma Joe. It works really well. And I have another one, a vertical one, that I need to replace with a newer vertical one.
I've told you what you should get.
No, I cannot afford that. I'm not made. I don't have that kind of money, Mark. You guys buying them new boats and stuff, you got more got the big bucks. I don't have that kind of money. But I do like that, just the looks of that. I just can't handle it. Cindy would kill me if I bought one of them.
My bet is you would live through it and have a smoker at the end of it, so go for it.
Maybe so, but if I'm going to spend that kind of money, let's just say I want to trade boats.
It ain't that much. Come on.
Oh, my God, it almost is. Uncle Jeep says, my 57 Willie smokes well. I had one of those. A customer of mine had one time, brought it in, and we put a 350 Chevrolet motor in that 56 or 7 Willie's Jeep. Went through the rear ends and the transfer case and got it all going for him. And, man, jump out there and smoke the tires. It was a lot of fun.
Gerardo Byron says, my uncle made a smoker out of a fridge. That's a big salmon guy smoker type deal. Yeah. I don't think that's the best for you because once you get us over a certain temperature, all that plastic and stuff in there starts leaking.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that.
But people have been doing it forever though, so
I don't think I would want
if you're cold smoking, I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting sick. So
yeah, that's where I'm with you on that. But I know people do it. Troy Hansen has a outhouse type.
Yes, he does.
And that works really well for him. But
is it a used outhouse? I never asked him.
No. No, man, I don't have any new rod blanks I'm working on now. I've got some, but I haven't had a chance to work on them yet. But yeah, he's been doing that old outhouse thing for years. But like I say, I got an Oklahoma Joe. I really like that thing. I haven't done any mods to it. It just works good. I mean, it does. And I know that the original company come out and they was from Oklahoma and it was bought out by a Chinese company like so many of them are, but the quality of the one I have is very good and I cannot complain about it. Need a walk-in smoker so you can hang stuff, lots of stuff. There's just me and Cindy, Tim.
Well, that's what those
I
upright
can only
ones,
eat so much.
that's what those upright ones are good for. If you want to hang like sausage and stuff that you need a
I
little more
like.
vertical space,
Yep, I
the
like that.
vertical ones are good. And we're talking about the ones that are like on the end of a stick burner that are literally like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, I love to have a vertical one, but I want it to be a wood burner. I don't want it to be gas or electric or anything like that. I don't want to use pellets. I want to use wood. Um, and my next vertical smoker, that's what it'll be. And I don't know what brand it'll be. As happy as I am with this Oklahoma Joe, it may be one of those. It may be something else. But the vertical smoker is great for hanging off sausages and things like that and doing. It really is.
Hello, Tina Ladybug. How you doing, dear?
Hey, glad to have you in here, my lady. 922 Crappie Barbecue. Did we say hello to him?
I don't know. Well, hello, 922 Crappie Barbecue.
We got it covered now.
Gotta cover it. Gotta cover it.
That's exactly right. 205 Wild Action is in there. How we doing on other stuff? Good, 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 good.
Think
We're
we're
at
doing good.
55 thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. If anybody hasn't given us a thumbs up, we'd surely be happy to have it. Shirley T, welcome. James Stanley, green sunfish are my second favorite bait. I love green sunfish. They're fun to catch. They're hard fighters. Their mouths are a little bigger than bluegills, so they can take a little bit bigger bait. And they love fishing worms of any kind, night crawlers, red worms, stuff you dig up out of your backyard. Doesn't matter. They like them a lot. You can fish for them underneath a bobber with a jig or with a worm. Catch the crap out of them. They're awesome.
Before they wrecked my green sunfish stop, you could have tied a cigarette butt on the end of a freaking line and caught them.
Oh, I love places
That's
like
how many there were in this place.
wow.
Uh,
Some people think that they're the same as a warmouth. I believe they are not. Warmouths are a different fish altogether, but they fight about the same and they get about the same size, but the dimensions of the body are different.
and they're fighters, and if you're going to use them for live bait, they'll kick most of the night. They're good. And another thing that's cool about them is when they have those little orange tips on their fins. That looks
Yes.
so cool.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
And if you can catch them on the spawn, they'll be up on the bank by the 100. And all you
Yep.
see is those little orange little fins fluttering in the water. It's a pretty cool thing to see.
It is. It's just they're great fish and they make great bait. And I'm telling you right now, if you get them where they're 8, 9, 10 inches long, and they get that big, they're great table fare. They really are.
I've never had them.
They eat great.
I don't know. The ones that I catch are in some pretty nasty water.
Well, then I wouldn't eat those.
No.
Danny Stone says greenies are very different from warmouth. I caught both today. I agree, Danny. A lot of people think they're the same fish. They are not. They are not. Girl says they are good looking fish. They are. They're a beautiful fish. Man, there is so many different species of panfish, and that's why I say maybe we need to get Koa back on here because he's got videos that tells how to distinguish sunfish one from another. And let's face it, sunfish or sunfish or sunfish, they all make good bait. They all make good table fare. But there's a lot of difference in them. One of them, you might have a dollar sunfish, which we don't have them here. They're a little further south than what we got. Or you may have a bluegill, or you may have a green sunfish, or you may have a red ear. There's a big deal. The difference is distinguishing them. They're all great bait. They're all great table fare. So Matt says let's see. Yes, they are good eating. Matt says warmouth are fat and awesome baits. They are, but they taste good. Pontoon Jody says, I took a little nappy. What was the announcement? I missed it.
You'll have to watch the replay. You'll have to watch the replay.
Shane. Jody, pay attention. Get some toothpicks and pop your eyes open. This will be the giveaway. A box like this with jigs in it. And the number of jigs is determined by the number of viewers we have next week on our show on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Look at that. There's my buddy Wayne Hoskett. You know, Wayne used to live by me. He says, good evening, everybody. And he was a jig tire. We should probably have him on as a guest.
Let's set it up. But yeah, Jody, if we've got 50 people watching, we're going to give 50 jigs in a box like that, shipped to your door, plus 10 more jigs. If there's 500 people watching, there'll be 500 jigs in that box, plus 10 shipped to your door. Whatever the number is, I'm going to add 10 jigs to it and ship it to you. That makes it a progressive giveaway. So keep your eyes open and invite all your friends to watch the show next week.
Spread the word, folks.
Share it out. The more people we have watching, the more jigs you're going to win. So that's how it works. I'm excited about it. I think we're going to have a great time.
I'm looking forward to it. I get to go to bed the same time that Chad does every Wednesday now, I guess.
Really?
No, I won't go to sleep. I don't sleep. I was lying.
You're up late all the time.
So what do you got going on Monday Night Show, Lyle? Anything you want to announce, or is it still hush-hush till we get a little closer?
You know what? I haven't talked to the guys. I'm not really sure. I don't have anything on my calendar for it. But we have a list that Josh and Chad and I put together for shows, and I'm not sure what's left on that list. One of the I made several things that we used for suggestions, and Josh has come up with some suggestions, and Chad has come up with some suggestions, and I'm not sure what's left on the list. I think we need to regenerate it and get us a standard of what we need to go down through for new shows. But whatever it is, it'll be good. I don't know if it'll be as good as the battery one we had last week. Josh did a really, really good job on that. I was impressed with that. But
I will go back and watch that. I was out there trying to get set up for fishing on Monday night, which was horrible, but we made up for it last night. I am going to fish again next Monday night and play some of my show. So if you want to watch me fish, I got some more light. I got a compact set up. You guys will be able to see the rod tips a little bit, even though, you know, in real time, Lyle, you can see those rods under that red light without a problem. It doesn't go through the camera very well.
That's too bad, because if it works good for you without cameras, it should work good for you with cameras. But it's not how it works, you know.
It's also, you're also live streaming, and the video's compressed how many times before it actually makes it to YouTube.
That's so true, but it's sad that it works that way. And Robert Maudlin says, put Jody and Dockery on the show at the same time. Oh, man, I don't know if we can do that.
Jody says, does anyone have a show Wednesday at 6 p.m.? Is that Eastern time? Because we're going to be here at 7 p.m.
Central
time. She's confused. She's still asleep.
Yeah. Red lights keeps bugs to a low as well. That is true.
Well, yesterday, Josh, the fish I caught ate what you were catching. So there you go.
But at one time, I really thought it was going to be Chad and Josh in the in for Monday nights, guys. But Freddie was just strong. He really was. He was on the fish. He must have got in on a bed of spawning bluegill, because he was really on fire. Hey, there's Troy. Robert Maudlin wants to do a cooking show with me, and he'd be the taste tester. Okay.
He's a brave man.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, Troy, welcome in, buddy. What have you got? You're going fishing Monday night?
I'm going fishing Monday night. I got some catching up to do. I think I got another week or so before spawn, so I'm gonna take advantage of the time. Once the spawn comes in, we're gonna switch it up to walleye, but I'm not gonna make anybody suffer through me stumbling across some fish that way. So
Nice flathead you caught the other night.
it's not. It was good for a first one, and with the water temps at 69 degrees, I was pretty surprised I even caught it. We got a couple of channel cats. Those went into the Crisco Lake over at my buddy's house, so he kept those. One was like, I don't know, 4, and another one was like a 6 pound or so.
I got a message from your brother.
Wayne, it'll be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time as normal.
I think he's mad at me. Oh, no, Chad. He's mad at Chad.
Oh, that's been going on all day. We need to talk to them, see what's going on with that.
We do. We're going to have a great show Monday night. I got some great co-hosts on that show with Chad and Josh, and we'll have a great show for you. Mark will follow it up, and he'll be fishing out in his new boat, catching flatheads, we hope. If not, channel cats are always available to him. And then
we'll always have a cut bait rod out just to get a little bit of action. So.
Hey, whatever it takes. We'll be in here Wednesday night at 7 Central, which is 8 Eastern. So be sure to join us. We're going to give away.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend. Share it out. We're going to give a box like this away, full of jigs. How many ever people come in the show Wednesday night, plus 10 jigs, shipped to your door. We'll give them away the next weekend, the next Wednesday night. So be sure to join us. It's going to be a fun show. And don't forget to watch a bait shop on Thursday at 7 Central. Anything else, Mark?
Nope. We're good here, Lyle.
We're good. We had a great show. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please tune in next Wednesday night at 7 Central, and we will see you then. Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.